Hello, and this is Miss Best, and this is working effectively in online groups, a micro lesson. So our learning goals, steps to success, how to complete online group work, group roles and responsibilities, and using online tools to work smarter, not harder. So completing online group work. So one, you want to have regular check-ins. Check the group discussion board at least once a day. Many online group applications like Moodle have notifications, and you can set notifications to email you whenever anyone posts to the group. You may get them automatically. Posts and responding to posts. Share ideas and ask questions, find solutions to group problems, and establish a timeline. Each person must set individual goals and meet assignment targets. So group roles and responsibilities. One person needs to be the group manager. This person is also the organizer, timekeeper, and it really can only be one member. They keep track of all aspects of the assignment, from initial planning to completion to handing it in. In this case, each person is handing in their own copy of the same assignment. Schedule meetings and keep the project on track, post upcoming meeting times, and thinks about solutions to problems. All members are writers and researchers. Complete the main work of the assignment, whether it's you're going to be reading the text and answering questions, or completing vocabulary, or doing quotation analysis. All members are working on this, but you are going to be only completing part of that work. So, and then at the end, the editors, usually one or two members, but all members should take turns doing this, will edit the completed work, meaning they read it over to make sure everything's there, and they check for grammar, spelling, punctuation, that kind of thing. For each activity, create an assignment completion timeline. A timeline is important to make sure the project is not left until the last minute. Make sure to indicate the required completion times and dates of the group discussion in the group discussion. And the manager will divide the project into chunks. They'll distribute the work between members to make it less overwhelming. This also makes it easier to complete because group members can work independently on their part. And each group member must know what part they need to complete and when the work is due. So using online tools. So we're going to be using Moodle Groups to schedule the meeting. So definitely before you do any posting, you should have a scheduled meeting in your group where you assign your roles, post the deadlines of when you're aiming to finish the work, and post discussion, and to message your members. And remember to use descriptive headings to keep the discussion organized. So let's take a look at the Moodle groups. So this is an example of what you might post. Dividing up the work for week 2. Hi all. Here's a link to our shared Google Doc, and this is where you would post the link. You highlight it. I'll show you how to do that after. Post your name on the part that you're going to do on the Google Doc, and here's the discussion. And here in the discussion, each person has to do 5 questions or 6 questions or 4 questions, whatever it is, and some other things. But you're going to divide it up so everyone has an equal amount. And we need to be finished by, and you might say, so. And then you're also going to be using a Google Doc from the Google Suites of Tools. The manager, you'll take the workbook or the document, and then you'll share it with your group members. So then everybody's going to indicate which part each person is responsible to complete directly on the document, and this should also be posted in your group. Moodle group. And then you're going to set a time for a person to complete their part. For example, a project started on Monday that's due on Friday. Set a timeline for everyone to complete their part by Thursday at 3 p.m. Maybe even Wednesday is better because you do need to use it to study from, and you want all the questions answered so you have something to study from. And this will give editors time to review and share the final complete document with the group. So let's take a look at the Google Doc. So for example, if you were doing reading questions from this document, it's the Wizard of Earthsea. Hey guys, let's have this completed by Wednesday, April 29th at 3 p.m. Aim to finish as early as possible. Each person has to answer 5 questions and maybe quotations, 3 quotations or 3 vocabulary words whatever you want to say. So here we have Mickey doing Chapter 4, questions 1 to 5. Minnie, Chapter 4, questions 6 to 10. Donald, Chapter 5, questions 1 to 5. And Daisy, Chapter 5, questions 6 to 10. And you'll see the questions here, and the person would type the answers right in their section. And you would just all be working on this one document. And then to post a link to the document, you highlight your hyperlink, you go to Moodle, and you can click on highlight here, click on link, post that link, and create link, and everyone will be able to click right on that link. And then when you save your changes, you'll see here it is, the Google Doc. You'll click on the link, it'll take you to the doc, and everyone, but it'll only work if the manager has given everybody permission, has shared it with everyone. So maybe, and they give everybody can edit, and they put in the names and the email addresses, or they give a shareable link. But if they give a link, then the manager also has to give permission. So if they put the email addresses in, the permission gets emailed, and when the person logs in, they can go right to the document. Okay. So here's a list of possible challenges and solutions to those challenges. For example, if you're having scheduling problems, group conflict, uneven contribution. So just pause the video here and read through this, or refer back to this if you find you're having these kind of problems as you're doing your work. Time to get started. So individuals, visit the Moodle group and post the best time you're available. Volunteer to be the group manager, or if not you, then suggest a member for manager. So out of your 5 or 6 members in your group, decide which one of those members can be your group manager. Then group members agree on who you'll be a manager, and everyone decides what work needs to be done. And then your manager open or copy the assignment, so your workbook, to a Google Doc, and then share it with your members. Type the name of who's going to do right on the document. So who's going to do which questions, and who's going to do which vocabulary, or which right on the document, and then post a deadline when the work should be completed. Okay, thank you. The end, and good luck with your group work.